Hello, my name is Burke, and I'm here to give you a challenge that won't land you in the ER. Before I start this video blog, I want to read to you the inspiration for this blog. It's an article that I read on BuzzFeed a couple of days ago called "Everyone on the Internet is an Actual Person" by Nathan W. Powell. Someone that I know posted it on Facebook, and I read it, and I was like, wow, he makes some really good points. So I read it, and I figured, we have all these different challenges. The fire challenge, cinnamon challenge, the pass out challenge, the jump in front of a moving train challenge. I don't know what else is out there. But it inspired me to come up with a challenge of my own. But before I get into that, I want to read this article to you. And I want you to listen to words, and hopefully you'll get something out of it, and you'll understand where Mr. Powell is coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article to you. Have you ever seen a photo like this? It might be easy to forget that this is a photo of a person. Probably someone who doesn't know he's being made fun of. Thought experiment. Imagine if you saw such a photo of yourself on the internet. It probably wouldn't feel all that great, especially if you started to read comments or even just looked at the view count. In fact, it would probably feel like a whole stadium full of people laughing at you, because essentially it is. The crazy thing? We probably wouldn't do that in a big stadium. We'd look around and realize, hey, we're laughing at a person. We're laughing at a person. That's kind of mean. But when we're isolated and staring into our screens, it's easy to forget how mean we can collectively be. And we forget this incredibly important concept. Everyone on the internet is an actual person. Like a girl who is just learning guitar, or even a kid who doesn't yet know how harsh the world can be. For all you know, it could be someone standing right next to you. All I can know for sure is that all of my keystrokes affect real people, and there are real people out there who could use an encouraging word today. Now, as I was reading this article, 2 Bible verses came to mind. Yes, I'm a Christian. I love my faith. I love my Bible. I love my God. But 2 verses came to mind, and they're pretty obvious which verses they are if you understand where Nathan Powell is coming from in his article. The first one is Mark chapter 12, verses 28 to 31, and I'll read those for you right now. Then one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, "Which is the first commandment of all?" Jesus answered him, "The first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. And the second, like it, is this: You shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these." And the second piece of scripture that I found that came to mind when I was reading this came from Luke chapter 6, verses 27 through 36. And it goes as follows. If I can get my hands on it. Here we are. Alright, so Luke chapter 6. Nope. Yep, Luke chapter 6, 27 through 36. "But I say to you who hear, Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you, and pray for those who spitefully use you. To him who strikes you on one cheek, offer the other also. And from him who takes away your cloak, do not withhold your tunic either. Give to everyone who asks of you, and from him who takes away your goods, do not ask them back. Just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise. But if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. And if you lend to those from whom you hope to receive back, what credit is that to you? For even sinners lend to sinners to receive as much back. But love your enemies, do good, and lend, hoping for nothing in return, and your reward will be great. And you will be sons of the Most High, for he is kind to the unthankful and evil. Now, the reason I brought these up is because they're two of the most recognizable scriptures in the Bible. If not two of the most recognizable scriptures, then they have two of the most recognizable lines in the Bible, all of written history, whatever you want to say. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and love thy neighbor as thyself. And no matter what religion you're in, no matter what your belief system is, whether you are religious, whether you're not religious, it's common sense. It's basic common sense. Do right by people and treat people how you want to be treated. That's it. It's simple. But nowadays, we sit behind our computers and we think that just because people can't see us, that our words don't affect people. That's in effect what we are doing nowadays. We see something online, people trying to pour their hearts out and put themselves out there. Whether it's, showing the world a new song they learned, or expressing themselves through dance or something like that. They're out there showing the world what they can do, showing the world something that, they're proud of, but yet we've got this generation of, whether you want to call them trolls or whatever you want to call them, that sit behind a computer screen and hide behind that shield of anonymity, and they can say whatever they want to without repercussions. There's no accountability anymore. Nobody's accountable for their actions. Nobody's thinking before they're speaking. They're just doing what they want to do with no regard for anybody else's feelings. So that's why I am handing down this challenge, because there's a whole bunch of challenges, like I said, out there. So, got the fire challenge, and the cinnamon challenge, and the pass out challenge, and the stare directly into the sun for 45 minutes challenge. This challenge that I'm giving you is called the Don't Be a Tool Bag Challenge. Don't be that guy. Now, the challenge is simple, and it's based on two simple philosophies. One, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do right by people. Treat people how you want to be treated. And love thy neighbor as thyself. Do right by people. That's it. Those are the only two principles that this challenge is based on. And this challenge goes like this. If you see a video on YouTube of someone that's just learning how to do something, they're just learning how to play guitar, like Nathan Powell said in his article, or they're singing a rendition of their favorite song, or they're teaching you some dance moves that they learned off a music video or something like that. Okay, no twerking. We're not talking about twerking and nothing like that. I'm just talking about like like tap dancing or ballet or something like that. Um, if you see a video like that on YouTube or on Facebook, someone that is proud of their accomplishments, someone that's proud that they have learned this song for the first time, or they have learned this new chord, or can finally play this song on the piano. If you see a video like that on YouTube or Facebook, post something encouraging them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Post something encouraging them. That's it. That's the challenge. It can be something as simple as a comment saying, you're doing a great job, keep up the good work. Sometimes that's all a person needs, is someone to back them up. And that's it. That's the challenge, is that we don't have many people that do that. They see somebody that's in middle school or something like that. And I'm talking about like 25, 30-year-old person that sees a person on YouTube or on MySpace, on Facebook or something like that, and they automatically say, you know what, this person doesn't have as much talent as person I hear on the radio, so I'm gonna bash them. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say you suck and that just you can't sing and all that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, that's bullying. That's why we see on the news all these stories about kids that are jumping out of windows and hanging themselves and killing themselves because they've got so many people that are against them, that are putting them down on a regular basis. And people say words can't hurt you. You're wrong. You're wrong. Because if that were not true, we wouldn't have all of these innocent kids that are trying their best to figure out the world giving up. Just plain old giving up. Because the world is such a crappy place now that more people find it fun to put others down. And now we've got a generation of kids that are scared to do anything because they are afraid that everybody is going to bash them. And it shouldn't be that way. So that's why I'm handing down this challenge. I want to see how many people actually do it. If you see somebody on Facebook or YouTube that's, showing you, or that's like playing a song they just learned, or they're showing you something that they're proud of, showing you, they're trying to show you something that they're interested in, instead of bashing them like, oh, I don't like that, you suck and blah blah, and you're a loser and things like that. Just say one encouraging thing to them. And I'm not talking about sarcasm, no snark, none of that crap. I don't want that. I'm just asking. I'm not commanding anybody. I don't have any power to command anybody. I'm in charge myself. All I can do is suggest things to you. I'm not talking about, going to some, like, I'm not talking about, and I'm not talking about, like, if Kanye West puts a new video out there, or somebody famous puts a video blog out there, and stuff like that. Not people that not people that are already established. I'm talking about regular Joes like you and me. People that don't have the fame and fortune. Someone that's just trying to be noticed. Someone that's just trying to show you what they can do. All right? We got to get out that culture where being the heel is the best thing in the world, where being a heel is fun. No, being a heel is easy. It's easy to bash somebody. It's easy to put somebody down. That's what the problem is. It's so easy to do that because everybody else is doing it. We got to get out that culture. We got to start building people up. Everybody's wondering, why is the world such a bad place? It's because we allowed it to be. We allowed it to be. We put movies like Mean Girls and all that stuff on a pedestal, but we don't realize that once we did that, once you put those things out there, once you put all that negativity out there, once you said, being the bully is fun and it's entertaining, everybody's going to imitate that. It always happens. Whenever someone does something that everybody else says is cool, they're going to do that. We remember Jackass. People who grew up, when I grew up, we remember Jackass. We remember Mean Girls, video game bully, all this stuff. We grew up with those cartoons where the bully was the big kid that was always the cool kid that was always popular and all that stuff. We established that, and because of that, you know, now we got all these anti-bullying campaigns. We started that. I mean, we the reason why there's so many anti-bullying campaigns is because we established that culture. We said that that was cool to do at the time, that being bullied was cool at the time. And now we've got a generation of kids that think, we're going to perpetuate that and make it so much worse, make it so much harder for people that aren't as popular as everybody else. We're going to make it that much harder for them to live. And once again, that's why we have all these news articles about kids that have no hope. They gave up. And now we're trying to reverse the effects of that. And I'm going to be real. Sometimes I feel like it's too late. I feel like it's going to take a long, long time to reverse the effects of that. But while everybody's trying to reverse the effects of that, there's still that culture of, being a bully, being a heel is cool. If we say something negative about somebody, we're trying to see how many likes we get. We're trying to see how many responses to our comments we're going to get about what negative things we said to people. And I'm going to be real. I'm guilty of it just like everybody else. I used to do it. I mean, it just is what it is. I used to be that guy. If I saw something funny, I saw somebody doing something that, was... I'd comment on it. But, what's the point? I mean, everybody has done it. Everybody has laughed at somebody for falling down or laughed at somebody for making a mistake. And we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. And so that's why I'm handing down this challenge. I mean, the only people that are going to reverse this culture of negativity, this culture of bullying, is us, plain and simple. So all I'm asking is that we start now. We start, lifting people up. We start treating people how we want to be treated. We start doing unto others as we want them to do unto us. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. So that's the challenge. The don't be a tool bag challenge. Don't be that guy. Make a change. Like the saying goes, be the change that you want to see in others. You want to see something get corrected, you got to start correcting it. You got to start leading the charge. So if you see somebody that's just trying to show you what they can do, showing you what they're learning, encourage them. Encourage them. Back them up. It can be something as little as a comment. It can be something as big as a video response, but just let them know not to give up, to keep going. That's it. That's the extent of this video blog. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these. School starts back up. I'm a teacher. Life's going to get busy after a while. But that's pretty much it. Don't be that guy. It's pointless. And it does more harm than good. Sticks and stones may break bones, but words still will hurt you. It may not hurt you physically, but I guarantee you, mentally, yes. The physical damage is nothing compared to what you can do to somebody mentally. Believe that. Because whatever you do to somebody mentally, chances are, yeah. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. But just don't be that guy. Don't be that guy anymore. There's no need for it. It does more harm than good. And we need to start lifting people up. It's plain and simple. So that's pretty much the extent of it. That's my challenge to you. So kick all this fire challenge and water challenge and cement challenge and sulfuric acid challenge, whatever stupid challenge y'all doing nowadays. Stop it. Y'all just hurting yourselves. Spend more time building each other up than trying to kill each other off. Build and burn each other up and blow each other up and all that other stuff. Spend more time building each other up. We can do a lot more together than we can do apart. And as you can see around the world, we need to start getting together for real. Like, we need to start working together and making things better. Because if we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for us. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching my blog. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. If you're going to leave negative comments, I don't care. It is what it is. I'm already prepared for whatever may come. But, it is what it is. I've been on the internet long enough to see where the trolls are. So, I don't feed y'all. I don't feed the trolls. I won't do it. So, yeah. So, thank you very much for watching my blog. Have a great night. And let's start building each other up. Peace be with you.